I bought a whole basket of fries and a crap ton of chicken nuggets and cheeseburgers.
Okay.
Oh, we're recording, I forgot. It's fun.
It's okay. It's okay. Okay.
I was just really excited about my McDonald's. I'm sorry, guys.
You know what I'm excited about? My
What?
new microphone, even though we had some trial and error with it. Anywho,
Finally got
anywho,
it set up.
yeah, we did. Okay, so the beauty of imperfection. What that means for me is finding yourself beautiful, even though you have those imperfections. Um, it's really important to love yourself and advocate for yourself if you're someone dealing with a skin condition or skin imperfections in general. But what I wanted to talk about more is breaking down the stigma of of what skin conditions are and like how they can be misinterpreted and stuff like that. So I watched, or I didn't watch, I seen one of Bianca's posts, and it was back a few years ago, I think, and someone was saying that it looks like monkeypox. Do you remember that, Bianca?
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
And
monkeypox.
no, and it's so scary because now it's going around again. So like, I'm like kind of not.
Okay, but how does this look like monkeypox?
No,
Monkeypox are
what
pimples.
I'm
They're
saying.
pimples.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that was like really crazy, and like I had to publicly announce something and say like it wasn't anyone that I knew. It was just a random person that was just like the way it happened was like I was out, I was eating with my family, and like um this family with like these kids, like the I remember the mom was like shielding the kids and being like, oh like don't get near them, like don't go to the
So
table.
stupid.
I was like, bro, you cannot be serious right now. And they were speaking Spanish as if I don't know Spanish. And
Oh, come on.
said
No
something
way.
in Spanish to my grandma, and we picked up and we left. Like, I said something very snarky. I can't remember what it was right now, but it was very snarky in Spanish, so they understood that I understood what they were saying. So, anyway, so I remember, like, huh?
She just wanted to eat her taco in peace.
We were at Chili's, like, out of all, no, I'm saying, like, come on, like, we were at a Chili's, we were trying to eat lunch, and it's like, dude. Anyway, I posted something, and I was just saying how it's like, I was basically just saying, like, don't make assumptions, like, and
Yeah.
I also made a comment that was like, what was it? I think that was it. Just don't make assumptions, like, and don't like point and look at people and it's like that are obviously different than you and then accuse them of having something that's not what they have. It's yeah, that was crazy. That was insane. So
Yeah. I also feel like with the stigma of it, it's you get accused for so many things. Like
mhm,
it's not makeup. Um I can be productive. I can find a job. I can do anything, you know? It
mhm,
Some people think that you just you're nothing, and it bothers me.
mhm, definitely.
Sure. I had a friend of mine tell me back when I was in high school. I say that like it wasn't 2 months ago. I had a friend tell me that I would never learn how. I'd never be able to play the flute. Like I'd never learn how. I'd never be able to play it. Like it never would work out. So what I did was I got my aunt's old flute I've been practicing her old flute, even though I'm not even in high school anymore, and I'm like it's not gonna be any significance. I still practice it. I still have it over there in my closet, ready to be used a lot. And she's always like, make sure that flute stays good. You know? But like that's a really odd way to put that, but I was told, like, she told me, she's like, yeah, you're never gonna be able to play flute, and I'm sitting here like, you've let me use your flute every morning in rehearsal, because 9 times out of 10 I beat you to school and wait for you, and she just kept telling me, she's like, yeah, you're never gonna be able to do this, it's not gonna happen. And I said, watch me. I said, watch me. You know, like, and now I'm not great at it, but I'm practicing. I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
I do. All right, that's enough of my tangent about flute.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. You're good. How to get involved in advocacy and activism. When I was little, I sold slime and I raised awareness for Deborah with the money. That's one way that I did something. Other than that, I did make hoodies. So that's another way that I raised awareness and like fought for myself in a way, I guess, kind of. Posting online or making YouTube videos is
I feel
also
like
another
it's
thing.
the most like accessible way for a lot of
Yeah.
us. Like I know I never really like I really want to, but I've never really like sold anything to help raise awareness and make things. I would love to at some point. But
Right.
what I have done is like repost like on Instagram, Facebook, places like that, even like Snapchat, like just any social media platform that a lot of people have. Um, so I usually repost from the We Fight EB Instagram page. I'll repost their posts talking about just any posts regarding like types of EB events going on. And then I do like self advocacy too. Like occasionally I'll post like a whole thread about like my about EB and my type, other types, especially when it's like Rare Disease Day and like EB Awareness Week. I really am actively posting about EB during those times, and I try to be like in between that too. Um, but I would say like yeah, the way that I mostly advocate for myself and for others is online. So, and like posting online.
Have you ever had to like advocate for yourself, like doctor wise?
Oh, definitely. Doctor wise and like other like I guess you can categorize it in like legal stuff. Like when I had to get my license, I had to keep advocating and advocating and advocating because like every time I would go to the DMV, they would be like, "Oh, you can drive, but your hands are all like you have issues with your eyes because like one of my eyesight's really bad. Like, oh, like you're not gonna be able to drive, you're never gonna be able to drive." And I'm like, okay, like calm down. I'm
Like,
gonna
what
like you're not one to determine what I can do. And between the years of 2019 to now, it was a whole entire like fight of trying to get a little piece of plastic that says that I can drive. So aside from that, yeah, doctors too, definitely. Thankfully, I haven't had to like fight too much with doctors yet. That might change, but as of right now, like I haven't really had to fight that much, thankfully. It's more with like the more legal stuff as far as like driving and all that. So, but doctors, thankfully, not a lot.
Mm-hmm. The beauty of imperfection, embracing your beauty no matter what your skin looks like, and finding beauty in imperfection. That's what I wrote down. So, the beauty of imperfection, I think I highlighted a little bit about this. But yeah, you're gonna find spots in your body that you don't like, but it's still beautiful, you know? Like, I'm just trying to like give you some of what I see, you know? So yeah, that's my take on that. I don't know about you guys.
I'm having a brain fart. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
Trying to
Okay.
think.
If you want, I can go and you can.
Yeah, I think
Like
you can go.
get the gears spinning.
Yeah, definitely.
I know when, especially like growing up, I really had a very low like self
Confidence.
Yeah, self-confidence, thank you. I really didn't believe I would look at all good enough for really anyone, even if it was like a friend. I always thought like, oh, they're just gonna look at the blown up beard on my face or the blisters all over my arm. My blisters have been. A side note: has anyone else had like really bad blisters recently? Because I feel like my blisters are just getting like a million times worse. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I
that
think
was.
because of the heat for us,
It's 60 degrees.
it's like
It's
90 something
cold.
degrees where I'm at.
It's
So
cold. Anyways, I'm sorry that I just thought about that, but I'm exhausted. What was I talking about?
You had very low self-confidence when you were younger.
Right. I had very low self-confidence, very low like self. I felt like I didn't really have much self-care either. A lot of it was not me that was taking care of myself. It was more having my parental uh, guidance in telling me how to do this myself so I could start learning how to do it instead of me actually just doing it myself. And I feel like having low self-esteem, low confidence, and low self-responsibility, especially through like a elementary school, because in middle school even, when I was younger, all I wanted to do was look like everyone else. And I remember this one kid. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't know if I was dreaming and I saw this kid or if he was real. It felt like a figment of my imagination, but I don't care. I would be standing in line getting a drink from the water fountain during our PE break in elementary school, and every single day I'd tell this kid like, yeah, they're looking for a cure. Yeah, they're looking for a cure. And then I just stopped seeing him one day. Like he just stopped showing up to school, and I haven't talked to him since. And I'm kind of worried. I don't really know what happened to him. I kind of just assumed he moved away, but that was assuming the best. But that like telling him like, yeah, there's more, there's a cure, they're looking for they're actively helping, they're trying to do everything they can. People that don't even have to deal with this disability in their personal lives are taking their whole life just to work and experiment and study and try and come up with ways to not fix, but help people that do struggle with this, whether it be something that's not as severe visibly or something that is more severe. I'm not gonna say anyone's name, just more severe person physically. Like you could see more of the Like, you can tell this person has EB. You can't always tell that I have EB.
What?
And they're working, and that is the only thing that like gave me
Why is like half
self-confidence.
of my face like green? Are y'all saying that?
Yeah, I could turn my face whatever color I want. I could make it purple. I can make it blue. I can make it lime green like yours.
Why is mine lime green?
No, you're back to
Navarro white.
Okay, never mind.
Now
Hold
it's
on.
pink.
Wow. Okay. Well, on the next topic, dating and relationships.
oh boy.
I'm gonna let Bianca start.
I don't really have much on this topic. I'm not even gonna lie. And I wanted to like backtrack a little bit to then follow into this topic because like going back to what we were just talking about, I finally got the gears working somehow. I don't know how with my migraine, but um basically like the same thing I would say between starting in middle school, going into the very end of high school, I did not have any confidence whatsoever. And I had very low self esteem. So I would just put myself down any chance I had. I would just put myself down. And especially in high school, it was really bad, I would say. Like visibly, like on the outside, like you couldn't really tell, obviously, but like internally, like I had a lot of thoughts going through my head. Um, and just thinking badly about myself overall, and just thinking, oh, like you're never gonna look like the quote unquote like popular girls in school or whatever. You're never gonna get in a relationship, like things like that. And so, and I also never found myself attractive because I felt like other people didn't find me attractive. So I was like, oh, you're just not attractive. Um, as time goes on, I realize how false that is because I get a lot of like genuine compliments now. When before, I feel like when someone would give me a compliment, I feel like they would just say it to make me feel better.
It was like a backhanded pity compliment almost.
Yeah, like backhanded comments, right? Um, so yeah, going into that, as far as like dating and relationships, uh, I don't really have much on that topic. I have tried being in relationships, but a lot of them were online, to be honest. Nothing really like intimate. And the one time that I did try something, like a physical relationship, it kind of all just escalated and went down the drain. Um, it was pretty dramatic too. I won't get into it.
Was it because of your EV?
No, it's actually completely unrelated.
Really?
Yeah. Um, I don't think it's something I should get into right now because it's like a possible trigger warning. So,
Yeah.
but
Okay, fair enough.
Just like
yeah,
whatever you're comfortable with. Like you don't have to
yeah,
like share everything, you know?
it's yeah, just because of that one interaction too. Like the one time I actually tried because someone did find me attractive, and things went on and it escalated to then go down the drain. This happened 4 years ago, and I just since that I'm still trying to like pick myself back up. Um, I've talked to people, I've tried going on dates, but it's like nothing is really like appealing to me at the moment because of that one
Incident.
interaction. Not one, well, multiple. Um, that one event, I should say, like period of my life, I should say. Uh, so yeah, that's really all I can say in that department. So sorry if that wasn't very insightful or anything.
No, everything's insightful in this podcast. But I wanted to say that you can have EB or you can have scars and pigmentation, other skin conditions, and you can still be in relationships and start dating. Like sometimes it just doesn't work out for some people because like say like I don't find someone attractive. Like it's not really EB focused, you know? And that's what I feel like is most important because if someone loves you for you, they wouldn't be thinking about your skin condition. They would be thinking, you know, sorry, this is cheesy. They'd be thinking what inside is going on, you know? But yeah, no, I've been in many relationships and EB really hasn't gotten in the way, which I'm grateful for. But if they like to be a little bit like rough and like tough, you might want to watch out because they might, I don't know, physically hurt you. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like this one time, one of my exes, like grabbed my arm and it like ripped off a piece of skin. I don't know where I'm going with this, but anyways, it doesn't really get in the way as much as you think it does.
I will say, as far as like when I talk to people like in I guess the romantic sense, they don't thankfully like a lot of if not all of the encounters that I've had, good encounters that I've had, they don't see me for the EB. They just see me for who I am. And for them to even a lot of the time I still get caught off guard because for people to even say that, oh, like you're attractive, I'm like, me? Like I take a double take. I'm like, me? You're talking about me?
Do y'all like ever like doubt yourself when you're trying to like
Yes.
get in like relationships and stuff? Like
Yeah, all the time. All the time. And I'm trying to like get out of that, but I still find myself like doubting myself and I'm like I still question like how does that person find me attractive? So
and I feel like most of that doubt is like where bullying comes back in. Since you've been told those comments or you've gotten those stares, you always are constantly thinking about it, even not like in here and like your subconscious, you know? So it's just graved into our brains when someone does point it out. So that's what mean kids do for you. Supplements for skin health. Oh, I should actually ask Tommy about dating and relationships. How's that for you?
My current relationship is good. That's all I really feel comfortable talking about.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. It's okay. You're okay.
We've both been through it, y'all. I'm just saying.
She knows.
We've both really been through some ish that I can go into mine, but probably not now because we might need to put a trigger warning at the beginning of that.
Yeah, no.
So
I think I'm in there with y'all.
yeah.
So
Great.
but actually, fun fact, the guy that I'm dating right now actually has the same skin condition. Yeah!
Oh, I love this stuff.
We're locked in.
I locked in. When we met, actually, he was like, "What's your room number?" And I was like, 524. And he was like, "No way, mine's 624." We were like, you know,
It was meant to be.
It was meant to be.
24.
Hopefully. I'm
Oh
hoping.
my gosh, wait, was it recent? Like
What?
this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
24.
You didn't know?
No, 24. Think about it.
The year.
524 and 624 are your room numbers, and
Mhm.
it started in the year 2024.
Okay, why are you
Bull.
cooking right now?
Bro is locked.
Wrap
for
it up.
that.
Wrap it up. That's it.
Bianca's like, it was meant to be, and then Tommy's like, well, actually, the 24th day on the 24th year. What? I actually don't remember the room number. I just knew that we were like he was below us. So
Okay.
I just made 24 up. Anyways,
Dang it.
so supplements for skin health. Are they worth considering? Have you guys ever tried supplements?
I would say yes, it is worth the investment. I'm not saying it's secure. I'm not saying it's take this and never go to the doctor again, because that's not true. But I do find that I personally I take 6 different supplements. So I take like regular vitamins. I take iron because I don't get iron infusions. I probably should, but I'm kind of scared for that. So I take iron for now, like orally. I take vitamin C, I think. I take various ones that pertain to me, that help me. And my mom actually started me on them like when I think we started like really looking into them when I was about like really young, maybe like 7 or 8 is when I really started to take supplements. And for me personally, it can vary from person to person, but for me personally, I feel like they really do help. Um, I wouldn't say like skin wise, but like energy wise, I do realize that when I do take supplements, I have a lot of energy and I feel more alert. And you can visibly tell like when I don't take supplements because my skin starts to get like, especially my face, I get super pale, like sickly pale. But when I take the supplements and when I'm consistently like on a schedule, the pigmentation in my skin like automatically like it just bounces back. So for me personally, and this is just my opinion, I think supplements are a good investment. You do what works for you. I do what works for me. If you don't do them, that's fine. But that's just my like advice on that.
So we are at the halfway mark, but I'd like to discuss this more once we get back.
Definitely.
Alrighty. Okay, now we're recording.
Okay.
Welcome back to the second segment, and I just wanted to go more over supplements and skin health. So I've been on iron, vitamin D, iron to help with my anemia, because as you might not know, we don't get enough iron, I think.
It's because of like the constant blistering, reblistering, healing, reblistering. Like our body is doing a lot of work, and iron is the one thing that we lack because of how much work our body is doing because of healing. Yeah.
And then vitamin D just more for me, I guess, kind of, not really the skin condition. And then also a multivitamin, also more towards like my health area. And then also I used to take like these gummies for my hair and my skin, because I've noticed a lot of thinning with my hair in some areas. And then my nails, obviously I'm missing 4, and I have no toenails. So that's for that. And Tommy, you mentioned that you didn't take any supplements ever?
Yeah, I don't have any supplements I take. The only medication I really take at all is like more of a mental health thing. But I don't really have anything that I take that helps with EB or anything like that, because it's really not. I mean, I'm not gonna say it's not bad, because it sucks still, but it's not something that I can't just handle and occasionally have to do like this and that to help. Like, it's not something I'm gonna need to take medication for on the daily, just like it's not nearly as severe as, say, if I was constantly getting blisters daily that were like the size of a golf ball, and then like it's just not the same. I don't feel like.
Yeah. So, yeah, a lot of us, well, some of us in the community of EB, our hair is not as like strong, I think. I think it's to do with more of the proteins as well.
I think so. I'm not too sure, to be honest. We would have to look at that to like get an accurate like answer.
Information.
Yeah, we can all like pull a strand of hair out of our head and send it to a lab.
It might have
It's
to.
a bit drastic. Sorry.
Wait, what?
So we get all pull a strand of hair out of our heads and send it to a laboratory to get tested.
I could do that. Shed a lot.
Yeah.
And then also, I have no idea how we lose our nails.
I
think it's to do with the protein.
I touched on it a little bit, but I lost mine at birth, like right immediately after. I don't know how. Probably because like we don't have like, okay, at least in my EB, like the nail bed is just non-existent, so it just kind of.
That's part of like another aspect of the skin condition as well.
Yeah.
I think we covered a little bit about this before, but with like the careers, I just wanted to go over more of like the career aspect as well. So a lot of people in the EB community have realized we are so artistic. Like some do songs, they make music, some do makeup, some do hair, some do nails. Like a lot of people do a different variety of things, whether that's like career wise, you know? So yeah, I'm surprised honestly with it, because when I was little I thought that I would not be able to do what I wanted to do, but that's with the stigma again, you know? So that's just what I wanted to cover up on. Do you guys have any topics that you were kind of wanting to discuss?
Not really.
Not in particular.
I feel like we went over pretty much everything that I would even want to discuss. Like, overall, I feel like it would have to be I don't know. But yeah, pretty much everything that we've talked about is in the general ballpark of what I would want to talk about in general. So
I would like to in the future maybe elaborate on the dating and relationships part.
For sure.
Yeah.
Like that can probably be just its own topic.
Like it could be like its own episode too.
Yeah.
I think and that one for what am I saying? We might need to put a potential trigger warning for that one just in case, because I don't want people to be listening and then we say something and they're like, oh, this is triggering something.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. Like this brings back flashbacks.
Yeah.
You know, like
Obviously, if it's something that y'all are cool with, I'm okay with sharing my part. You guys, if that's okay with y'all,
Yeah.
like y'all want to share yours, you know, we're not obligated to share every detail, but if that's something that we would want to like dive into.
Yeah, totally.
Okay.
So that's about it for this episode. I know it's a bit of a short one, but we have been so busy lately doing our own thing, and we find ourselves up late at early hours. Not really early hours, but it's pretty late hours is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
right.
So,
And we're all
but
in different time zones too, so it's
and we're all in different time zones too. But if you guys, in particular, have any ideas or topics that we could possibly discuss in future episodes, that would be great. We'd love to get your comments and your questions, so put that down below. And
Make sure you subscribe, hit the bell so you can get notifications.
All right. Bye, everybody.